I don't meditate, I don't pray. I just ride my horse. Jean-Paul Sartre said, if you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company. And I think that's so true. And I think so many people are lonely when they're alone because they're not centered, they're not focused, they're not comfortable enough with themselves, with their own thoughts. A lot of people spend no time alone, 0 time alone. They're with their phone or their television or a book or whatever. But that's not being alone. You're being influenced heavily by an author. No matter what you're doing, if it involves external stimuli, then you're not alone. And part of that is our modern society is so intrusive. It just is like a bombardment. It never stops between social media and entertainment. You know, it used to be you read the evening paper. Now there's 24-hour news, and there's the ways you can be entertained today are endless. And nobody spends real time alone. A society is only as strong as its individual members are. And when society is built on a Facebook opinion or something you're told to believe, it's all dishonest in a way. And the honesty comes from here, and until you spend time in here, it's not honest. It's just a regurgitation. It can't be as strong as it is when it's based on what you honestly think, who you honestly are. When you're contributing that to society, that's a society I want to be a part of. If 100 people who have faith and belief and confidence in themselves and know who they are supporting that connection, that's going to be so much stronger than 1 million people who are just flittering about on the internet being connected. If you think of a tree and society as all the leaves on that tree, there has to be a trunk, and there have to be roots, and there has to be a solid base to it. You can't just be a part of something without being an individual first. And that's what I want to illustrate. And this film is really my journey. It's personal, and yet it's going to be shared. So it's an odd thing, but I know that it'll be honest. I know that I want to show honestly what good alone time is. I want to talk honestly about thoughts and things. And if it inspires you to turn off the film and be honest with yourself, then everybody benefits. It's kind of a dichotomy because I want people to walk away from the television set and go experience nature. And I hope to do that by getting them to watch the television set long enough to be inspired to go do it, to turn it off, and to immerse yourself, all your senses, in the desert. It's a uniquely wonderful thing. And the Mojave Road, I grew up in Pennsylvania, which is a radically different nature, a radically different setting than the desert. And I moved out here decades ago and fell in love with the desert. It is a unique, stark beauty that's otherworldly, really. It's teeming with life. But you have to look to see it. Most of it stays in the shadows, stays in the shade, stays underground. But the Joshua trees are uniquely beautiful. The sand dunes are spectacular and change. If you allow it to, just fills your senses, fills them up in a way that I think we're starved for. You can't get your senses filled from a television show or a movie or a book. As much as I love books, it's just not the same thing. You've got to go out and smell it and feel it and experience it. Then, when you're immersed in it like that, then you get it. You get it in a way that a picture or a video just can't impart to you that kind of satisfaction. One of my favorite poems is called Desiderata, and the opening line, I think, kind of sums up this concept pretty well. And it's, go placidly amidst the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. There is a peace to be found in solitude that cannot be found in the noise of society. It's that honesty with yourself that is rare, and I think gets rarer every day. It's only achievable in silence, in solitude.